Hi, welcome to Kilpanic's Game of the Week. I'm Kilpanic, and in this video, I'll be showing you how to reliably win Prokhorovka from the north in a medium tank. In essence, the strategy is simple. Control the middle, and use your vision to light the enemy. Today, I'm using my brand new Leopard PTA. The Leopard is very thinly armored, and doesn't have the same gun depression that other NATO tanks enjoy. I still decide to play the middle. And why is that? Well, first, the middle ridge has good fields of fire in all directions, allowing me to support whichever flank needs it the most. Second, I have very good view range enhanced by optics and chocolate, which will allow me to spot well into the south, and especially to catch any northward movement along the 1-2 line. I know that a scout will crest and spot me, but I don't know exactly from where, so I don't bother trying for a Hail Mary shot. Instead, I predict that this chaffee will come up high and use the middle rock for cover, and so I pre-aim and where he's most likely to appear. I forget about the laser-fast shell velocity of the L7 though, and I lead him a little too much. I'm free to do this because there's no arty in the game. If there was even one arty, I'd be jinking like crazy to try to throw off his aim. Next, I move to the very center of the map. I want to try to see what's at E5-6, and also hopefully light up some of the big tanks in the southwest before they get set up. As I poke, I indeed spot an aggressive E100, and even though I'm lit, I take a risk to get my shot into him. I aim low though, and his tracks eat it for no damage. I move way back, partly of anti-arty instinct, and partly because I don't know how much of the hill the other side has occupied. One of my weak points as a player is poor aim, and so at this point I'm frustrated to have gone 0 for 2. I get chirpy with my teammates as a result, and I almost run into this E50. No harm done though. The heavies on the one line are relit, and I aim in at the E100 in a second. But at the last second, I decide to go for the softer T57. I fire just as he goes dark. In the meantime, targets have been lit on the hill. This E5 is pretty far away, but he's fully exposed, and he's going to eat a bunch of shots as a result. I get fancy and try for his cupola, but I miss clean at this range. It's 1 for 4 so far, nice shooting kill. Notice every time I get lit, I redeploy a little. I'm unwilling to give up this spot entirely though. As long as it's uncontested, I can work both flanks and only need to move a few meters in either direction to do so. E50 is relit, and we finish him off in short order. On the other side though, the one line's gotten a couple of kills, and so they gain the confidence they need to push, and I really need to support that flank. I get a shot into the T57 and pull back, hoping to get the other heavy tanks as they cross north of the ridge. This KV-4 rather decides to come up and contest the middle, and I need to assert my authority. He pays for poking. I predict that he's going to try to link up with his heavier buddies by moving towards a one line, so I push way up to get another shot on him. Here you see the downside to poor gun depression, but fortunately the back slope is a steady grade, so I'm able to lower my whole tank to get the shot off. At this point we're a little weak on the one line, so things start to look a little dicey, but then the red team throws away their advantage with bad positioning and timing. I really wanted to shoot that IS-7 there, but he dove smartly into cover, and I'm already too high and exposed on the slope to get him. Instead I go for the U-100 and hope the rest of the team will help focus him down. He gives us all shots all day. And despite having quite a large hit point pool, he just melts. Now with the one line stabilized, I start thinking about going over the ridge to clean out the middle. But I wait and see if I can get a shot off at the IS-7 first. He's taken care of. Then an ISU decides to suicide out of cover, and I can't resist. Take one quick shot at him. And now even though I'm lit, I stay still. I want this tank destroyer to try to shoot me. I know that his aim time is awful, and I'm betting that I can get a shot off before he does. I'm rewarded with my only kill. Now I can finally go over the ridge. And finally, fortunately, this E50 it takes all the damage I would have if I'd gone 5 seconds ago. I'm using auto-aim here. I've noticed that some very good players use auto-aim for a variety of reasons, and I'm trying to emulate them. Firing on the move is one good reason to do that. And that's it. I'm not going to get over to this T-30 in time to kill him. So how'd I do? Spotted 5 tanks. Spotting damage on 5 tanks. Spotter track assist damage on 4 more. Damage 6 directly, killing 1. That's a pretty low XP ace though. I guess the Unica are done with this line. Let's look at the detail. Nearly 5k damage. Pretty good game for me. 14 out of 16 penning hits, although we saw that some of them were 0 damage pens. 4,200 damage spotting. That's really nice. So that's what you get for a good initial position and obliging enemies who drive in front of your gun sight. Well, that's it for this week. Thanks for joining me. For more Game of the Week series videos, how-to guides, and other World of Tanks videos, feel free to visit my YouTube channel, Tolerating Kilpanic, and if you like what you see, subscribe.